Have you ever wondered if there is a more effective way to automate calculations and analyze data on a digital spreadsheet? In today's instructional video, you will be learning how to use 3 basic functions in Google Sheets: if, COUNTIF, and average to accomplish these tasks while saving time and minimizing errors. Here is how to use the if function on Google Sheets. Right now, we have 3 columns. Column 1 shows us the students' names. As you can see, we have 24 students in this class. Column 2 shows us their score that they received on the test, and by using the if function, column 3 will show us their results, and it'll either be a pass or fail depending on the passing standard for this test, which is a 70%. The first step to finding out the results is by clicking on cell D2 and typing the equal sign. I'm going to type the word if and then press tab. Now I'm going to select the cell C2, the first score in our list, which is Emily's score. Now I will type the logical expression we're going to be using to determine the pass or fail result. In this case, anything that is above or equal to a 70 will result in a pass, and if this expression is false, it will result in a fail. I'm going to press enter, and as you can see, it shows us that Emily passed the test. If we want to know the results for the rest of the students, the next step would be to click on the cell D2 again and click this blue circle in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to click and drag the blue circle all the way down to the last student on this list, which is Ethan. When I release my cursor, you can see it filled in the results for all the students, and it shows whether they passed or failed the test. Now I'm going to show you how to use the COUNTIF function on Google Sheets. Right below the average score box, we see a small table that says total count, and we have the labels pass and fail. When successfully using the COUNTIF function, it will show us how many students passed versus how many students failed the test. I am going to select cell G8 and type the equal sign and the words COUNTIF. I'm going to press tab, and now I will select all the cells that have the results pass or fail, which is from cells D2 all the way to cell D25. If you have a Mac, you're going to press the FN key and F4, and if you have a Windows, all you have to press is F4. Doing this will lock in the cells, and now I will type a comma, and I'm going to click into a cell that has a pass result since we are trying to find the total counts of the students who passed. Once I click this cell, I'm going to press enter, and as you can see, it shows that 14 students in this class passed the test. Now, if we want to know how many students failed the test, we're going to do some similar steps to what we just did previously. I'm going to click in cell G9 and type the equal sign as well as the words COUNTIF. I'm going to press tab, and now I'm going to select the same cells D2 through D25. Since I am using a Mac, I will press FN and F4 to lock in that range. Then I'm going to type the comma, and the criterion for this one would be fail, so I'm going to click in a cell that has a failing result, which would be D4. I'm going to press enter, and it shows us that 10 students failed this test. Here is how to use the average function on Google Sheets. Off to the right, we see a box that is labeled average score. Now, if you wanted to determine what the average score was amongst these 24 students, the first step is to click inside this box here in cell F5. I'm going to type the equal sign and the word average, and then press the tab button. Now I'm going to select all cells from C2 to C25 and release my cursor. If you are using a Mac, you're going to click the FN and F4 key, and if you are using Windows, all you have to press is F4 to lock in these cells. Now I will type the close parentheses and click enter. As you can see, once I clicked enter, it shows us the average score amongst all students was a 72. Now you know how to effectively use 3 basic functions in Google Sheets: if, COUNTIF, and average. I hope that this video broadened your digital skills and will help you to become more efficient and organized when performing calculations on data collected and inputted on Google Sheets. Please scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description to take the assessment over what you have learned in this video.